Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go live. You know good and well, Traci. I'm going to have to let Traci come in and sing to everybody. Her son's there. So anyway, good morning, Tim. Oh, thank you, Denise. Yeah, Jennifer, I was told yesterday that, Tim, Mondays is, we're not just Christian womanhood for the women. All guys are welcome in the chat. It's just Tuesdays is open for art therapy, and that's when we welcome anybody, on the panel. And on Fridays is Crazy Hat Day. So, yeah, you guys, welcome Tim. Tim is new here. And in a minute, Tim, you're going to be sung to. So you better wait around. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. Thank you. Sharon, I guess, look, Eva's got to go. So good morning to Eva. Good morning to you. I am not Traci, but I'll have to do. Ooh, I'm hitting it on Monday. You guys, I'm hitting that one on Monday. So good morning to Sharon. Good morning to you. Because I know you have to jump out too sometimes, Sharon. You guys pray for my daughter. Good morning, Land Shark. Now, you guys, Traci's going to be in here and sing to each one of you. So here she is. Oh, and spiritual superheroes coaching. You are amazing. Amazing. Yeah. All right.
All right. How many do I got to sing to here? Hang on. Let me get all the names down. I'm going to have to do a couple songs. Good morning, Darlene B, Denise and Jennifer. Good morning, Darlene B, Denise and Jennifer. Good morning, Sharon, spiritual superheroes, Willow and Anamora. Good morning, Sharon, superheroes, land shark picker, Willow, Anamora, Andy.
Did you get Tim?
Did I get who?
Tim.
No, good morning to Tim. Good morning to you. Good morning to Tim. Good morning to you.
Oh, this is what we do. And there is D. There is our, okay, here it is. You guys, I have not took the sticky off my jars and everything. There is Laura Beth. Laura Beth, I thought you was going on your honeymoon, honey.
Good morning to 5 Speed. Good morning to you. Good morning to 5 Speed. Good morning to you.
Did you
trying to get you all written down? I had to go have a little chat with my baby a minute.
Did you guys sing to Laura Beth? Did you sing to Laura Beth?
Good morning to Laura Beth. Good morning to you. Good morning to Laura Beth. Good morning to you.
Oh my goodness, you guys! After yesterday, I was so silly and talking so fast and everything yesterday. By the time I shut the computer off, I just felt like I was hoarse. And I said, Casey, was I pouring out that much energy that it made me hoarse?
Good morning, biology. Good morning to you. Good morning, biology. Good morning to you.
This is what we do for you guys that's new. We wake up in the morning and what is it? We put on the full armor of God, and you guys gonna have to be seeing. You guys gonna have to be seeing my little armor. I'm gonna go back to Dollar Tree and get plenty of them because I'm gonna make these things some steam pumps, and then I can't help but have the helmet of salvation. So yes,
I'm just scrolling back to make sure I didn't miss anybody, but I don't think I did. Willow, Sharon, Tim. I got Tim.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
His mercies are new every day, and I enjoyed being on yours yesterday. You guys, if you don't know Delusion Dispeller, Laura Beth, well, everybody, show everybody some love.
Yeah.
I met.
I watched the replay of Laura Beth's this morning early, and I'm so proud of you, Delusion Dispeller, for being so positive in spite of your trolls. You just stayed positive, and you didn't freak out on them. You didn't kick them out. You didn't do anything. You didn't lose your cool. You stayed so calm and still continued to put out the word of God, and that is amazing.
I know, that is amazing about her, because she doesn't let them rattle her cage. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'd probably be like a squirrel not knowing which way to go, but no.
Nope, she kept her cool.
You guys, had I not branched out, I wouldn't have met Sharon, a wonderful, wonderful person. And, Delusion Dispeller did the raid, and then I went back and looked and just didn't leave that day from her channel. But, you guys are all wonderful. And I want to scroll back up because I want to make sure I get his name right. Let me see how far back it was. Where's he at before Land Shark? Spiritual Superheroes Coaching. You guys, he has such, he is amazing. You found a channel, Spiritual Superheroes, that we found each other because of disabilities of one type or another. Mine is pretty much from my neck down, as far as a lot of rheumatoid and a lot of pain. Traci, what is it that yours is?
I have RSD, which is reflex sympathetic dystrophy, which is a pain disease and a nerve disease that there is no cure for, just like Darlene's rheumatoid. There's no cure for it. It will always be there, but just fight through it as much as I can. We got Dwayne on. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you.
So I'm saying
superheroes has spina bifida. I think it would be to pray that all the pain goes away. I wish it would, but it is what it is. And for most days I can push through, especially for this morning show. This gives me pleasure. It gives me the spiritual healing I need every morning. It gives me my morning time with friends and God, and I can't beat that.
Well, his channel is so wonderful, as far as him not feeling, he's not on a pity party either. He's out there, he's trying to encourage, that touched me, because you just got to do that. See, Biology has lupus. We've got MC Slot.
Yep. Good morning, MC Slots 8084. Good morning to you. Good morning, MC Slots 8084. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Love you, Destiny.
Oh my goodness. You guys, when I went to get my tea this morning, and I told Traci, I said, I was praying, trying to think of what to pray. I had to get my tea. I really did. I was like looking at the clock. I said, oh no, I got to have it. But I told her I was singing prayers because I didn't know what to sing. I started out singing one song, for real song, and then I just started singing prayers. And all right, I guess Sharon's got to go.
Thanks for stopping in, Sharon. We appreciate you.
And you guys, I'm sitting there waiting on them to bring my unsweet tea, no ice, with the Route 44 cup of ice. That's what I get. And the way the sun was coming up, there was a tree that just happened to catch that light, and it was like it's not the fall colors, but it was like it was just in a glow the way the sun was hitting it from behind me. And it touched my heart, and it was almost like, God's telling me, I hear you. And that made me feel even better.
I love that when I can see the like rays of the sun coming down. That always reminds me of God. That always makes me think of God. No matter what I'm doing, where I'm at, if I see those sunlight rays streaming down through something, that always makes me think of God.
Yeah. So my song, am I echoing to anybody? Because I think it's just me. Am I echoing?
A little teeny bit to me, but not much.
I'm going to see if I turn down my speakers a little bit more. Oh yeah, good grief. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's not good now.
So I'm sitting there, and I got teary-eyed, and I'm just praying. And when the girl brings me my drinks, I told her, I said, oh my goodness, you done caught me. I done got teary-eyed. I've been singing my prayers, and she just laughed at me because she knows, they already know when I pull up and they hear me. Got a sticker for a Route 44 for 99 cents. I need unsweet tea, no ice, Route 44 cup of tea, a cup of ice. And so they know who I am. They come out smiling. And I said, well, I'm going to pray for you. And she said, girl, I need it. I said, well, girl, I'm going to do it. So.
Oh. Good morning to Mystic Days. Good morning to you. Good morning to Mystic Days. Good morning to you.
See.
Aw, thank you so much, Tim.
Tim, thank you for coming. And we do this Monday through Friday. You come back. Thank you. Mystic, yes, he loves nature. So I know that when he's out there camping and he's sitting by himself in the calm and the quiet of nature, I know he sees God everywhere. You can't help but it. You can't help if you're by yourself and you look around and you see all of God's creation. You're among God right then.
For sure.
You are with him. When Willow, are you done singing to Willow?
I done sing to Willow.
When I still worked, there would be times that for my lunch, because hey, I had a set lunch, you guys. They were not going to play with doing these no lunch days with me because my lap band, I couldn't eat pizza and I couldn't eat all that stuff. But one day I ran to McDonald's, and basically my lunch then would be a frappe or mocha. And I was thinking, oh, how nice it would be not to have to go back to work. How nice it would be just to go to the airport. It's not a real airport. It's for those little people that flies the airplane things, remote control, and just sit at the river. Just sit there. How nice that would be not to hear nothing.
Good morning, Justoserv. Good morning to you. Good morning, Justoserv. Good morning to you.
Okay,
Mystic, we appreciate you no matter what. You know that.
So you're doing the upload on your channel. I'll go back and catch it. But now that I can, well, they don't want me to drive as far as Casey and my husband don't want me to drive. But it's still relaxing because one day I did drive just right down the road to the doctor, and I did go and just sit there for a little bit by myself.
We got another good morning, Mitts Beatown Hester. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mitts Beatown Hester. Good morning to you. I probably totally mishmashed that, but
oh, I see.
Showing you some love here.
I know. I'm trying to. I'm see. Oh, I see. Good morning. And my SIL is in the house. You guys.
Good morning to Tommy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Tommy. Good morning to you.
You guys, and Mystic, before you jump off, I want you everybody to pray and in accordance. And they say, you know, if you pray for something in accord one with another, help me pray that my daughter took a bed in a place that will help her. I haven't heard back if she did go there or if I don't know yet. And I haven't talked to her since May, so I didn't know what was going on, but I've been praying and I haven't really put it out here. But you guys, just Jennifer knows, you know, Jennifer's been praying, helping me pray in accordance, and
she's got a long haul.
Yeah. So for somebody to tell me she was even thinking about going last night, so I haven't heard anything.
Good morning to Super Dave and Myra too. Good morning to Super Dave and Myra too.
Oh, well, good luck, Myra. You guys, when I got back from getting my tea, I saw Super Dave was on. So I turned Super Dave on, and
I was listening to the end with you.
Yeah, and I don't even know what my face looked like, because Super Dave, I tell you what, when he reads all these names, you know, but he touched my heart because, you know, he was giving out love and talking about sharing the love, and he was talking about my channel. But my face started, I don't even know what I looked like because I couldn't see me. Traci could see me.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm listening to Super Dave. Bless his heart.
Good morning, Pearl Nini. Good morning to you. Good morning, Pearl Nini. Good morning to you. I'm going to quick top up my coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay, I didn't top mine cold. But if you can touch one person and make one person feel better, you know, that's what it's about. That is what it's about. And I went on Super Dave's and met some wonderful people. And it's about visiting those people afterward. And, you know, Dave hit it on the head. He said he works. I don't know what type of work, but, you know, he can't be in everybody's. But now he comes in mine. And, you know, I know Mothership Products, that's Dwayne. He's probably on his way to work, or he is at work. But you guys, this weekend was such a blessing.
Aw. Chester the cat started singing with me. How sweet.
Aw.
Good morning, my Q's. Good morning to you. Good morning, my Q's. Good morning to you.
But it was like last week was a long week, a long hours, you know, because KC wasn't doing Porch Church. But I tell you what, he said he had something he was doing up for today. So I'm looking forward.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, just, you know, send out love. And, you know,
Baby shark, do 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 do.
I haven't heard the baby shark.
You're so funny.
But, you know, if you can just touch one person, and last week we had that. I mean, we had the raid. We had the raid on, I think, twice, but then one day we didn't have the raid.
I think Wednesday and Thursday we were raided.
But then Friday, it was.
We had a lot of people in Friday. It was exciting.
And, and then God showed out. I did the 400 giveaway. And then, I said, I feel like God is we're going to do 400 and 500 tonight. And you know what? God was like, whoa, bring it back now, honey. I'll do this in my own time. You just chill out, calm down. And the next morning when I saw 500, I said, baby, the 500 did hit. And, it's not, you guys, we're not wanting to be monetized. It's not that. We don't sell anything on this channel. We sell the love of God and Jesus and our faith. But, that number is because I had told my husband when I went to the doctor, I said, baby, I feel like, things are going to really explode and go real fast. And I thank God that, when I told Traci, she's like, she's in it to win it. She's in it. And, when I put cheerleaders for Christ, and I was hoping nobody got offended, but that was something that touched somebody's heart. They said, I really love that, cheerleaders for Christ. And yes, Dwayne, I told you, we got our pom-poms. I have to mail Traci her pom-poms. But yes, we have pom-poms. And we will do the pom-poms on Fridays because that's when everybody knows that we
The silly hat day will be pom-pomming. Oh, thanks, Berlini. That was my text ring because my grandson's mama was just telling me what time half a day was for Thursday. We have to pick Callan up from school. He has a half a day Thursday and no school on Friday. So, it'll be good.
And you know what? If you guys are not showing love to MawMaw, which is, let me get MawMaw's link. MawMaw's my mother-in-law, and everybody's used to MawMaw. But MawMaw told me she kind of bumped her walker at me and told her she's not getting any subs. So you guys got to show MawMaw some love because that woman's serious. And somebody please try that link and let me know that link is correct, because sometimes
I'll check it real quick.
Okay. Misty,
that takes you to.
Has your child been sick by you saying they finally went back to school today? Or has it just been a long weekend with the kid? Oh, no. He's like, I'm home alone now.
Thank you, Justoserv. MawMaw she just feeling like nobody's showing her the love, and she just needs a little love. And we appreciate everybody that shows MawMaw a little love.
And you know what? Watch one of her videos because it was amazing. Somebody said something about her video, and I'm like, what video? And she had told me, well, I hope nobody's offended that I snagged their pictures and added them to my to my video. And I said, I'm sure they won't mind, MawMaw, but I went and watched it. Yeah, Super Dave. Please show an act of kindness today to someone who really needs it. You're right. That's just like the girls at Sonic. They catch a lot of problems.
Siosa, Debbie has had, she kind of overdid it one day last week, and her like electrolyte levels are out of whack, and so she has been kind of down taking care of herself, which she definitely needs to do when that stuff gets out of whack. So that's what we know for sure that was going on last week. So hopefully we will see her very soon before her pink hair is gone.
Didn't Miss B-Town, is that a little hamster?
I think it is.
So you know that Mothership Product says he calls my brain a little hamster running wild. Okay, MawMaw's link. I'm gonna put it in again.
Yep. Put MawMaw's link one.
She made this most.
She's gonna wake up this morning and she's gonna be all flipped out because she's gonna have a bunch of new subs. That'll be good.
I told her
that will make her day. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you. Yay, we're glad you're back, Misha.
So, you know, I told my mom, you best be getting up early. You stop getting up early. Sign. Yeah, do your eyes like mine. She said, I only do it. I only stretch my eyes. That's how I stretch my eyes, everybody.
I do too.
But no, she does.
I do to my kids especially. They know that when I do that to my kids, they know I mean it.
Casey does it on purpose. He likes standing at the end of the table where you guys don't see him, and he'll be saying stuff, and my eyes get big. But yes, I mean, it's amazing. She did this beautiful video of her friends, her family, and, you know, her YouTube family, and it was very pretty. And she says she's going to do it. She's good at that. I can't do that.
She's talented with that stuff.
I don't know how to do it, you know, so I just have to shoot from the hip and come on and say, okay, it's that time for this. You know, Casey did one of my waiting for a drawing, but then I'm like, let me just say that, you guys, I am blessed, and the bowl was poured out on this channel for the word, God's love, to be thrown out there.
Absolutely.
And you know, I hope I see the person come back that was on yesterday that said, oh, I didn't know this channel was about this. So I hope they come back, because so they will see, yes, we are about positive. There's
good morning to Big Dog. Good morning to you. Good morning to Big Dog. Good morning to you.
I just got a little Facebook pop that come out. Thank you, Mystique. Mystique said, hope you have a very blessed live stream this morning. I won't be able to join. Hugs and much love to everyone. You guys.
I'm going to sing to her anyway. Good morning, Mystique. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mystique. Good morning to you.
Bless her. I pray she has.
She's a sweet, 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 sweet girl.
I pray she has a very good day today. Thank you, Super Dave. You guys, for those of you that wasn't on my Sunday morning, I think I told it. Saturday night, I just, you know, Super Dave threw his link out there. He said, Norgus, can you come in? I said, well, I'm in bed. And he said, oh, well, okay. And then I'm like, I jumped up in there anyway, because you guys know, most of you in here already know, Destinie and Tommy, if they have theirs, and anytime Derek will say, she's in bed, I know that's where she's at. And when he says something like that, I pop on in there. Yes, I'll be in bed. So I did. I jumped on in there with Super Dave, and I said, hey, this is me. I'm in bed, but when
we don't try to put on no big airs. Now, I started wearing makeup, and I did it for me.
Yes.
For myself, because it makes me feel good. But we are just really real people.
Yeah. And so I told, you know, and he said,
Mystic, you're so sweet. She is so amazing and the sweetest girl, I swear. She is amazing. You are lucky. You guys are lucky to have each other because you're great people.
Yeah, and had it not been for Ricardo, one day that, I just watched Ricardo's and Mystic was on. And so then I saw he was on live after that, and I was sitting in my room in there, keeping on football. So, he said, welcome me on the panel. And that's how, from Ricardo, that I met Mystic, and then Mystique. That's the stuff that goes out. It's how God does, sends out his, strings, like Casey said. And yeah, Traci can pull it off. And you know what? There's times I come on in here with my, what I call it, my Renaissance face.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys, without my eyebrows colored in, you guys know, and without my lips. But I still have come on like that.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it is that little thing. And Saturday when I did the 400 giveaway and Mothership Products, which is Dwayne, come on with me, and he said that me and Traci both, he said he has seen a transformation of sorts. And it's not really the makeup. I think it's the inner.
It's that we're more comfortable, and we're more comfortable sharing what we are here to share. And that's the Lord and Christianity and welcoming. And we just want to be a place that welcomes people, and people feel welcome and at home and at our tables. Darlene's at her kitchen table. I'm at my dining room table. So you guys are welcome to sit at the table and have a cup of coffee with us.
Thank you. You about to run, Debbie? Yeah, we're blessed. God has blessed me, blessed this channel and us, with people. And if there's one person out there, just one person out there that feels like they have nothing to live for, or they don't feel like they have any self-worth, I want to say that yes, you do. God loves each and every one of us. It doesn't matter what we look like. It doesn't matter what, if we have bipolar, no polar. And I'm not making fun of bipolar because my son is diagnosed and I just was never diagnosed, but I know that's what it is, what's wrong with me too. But, and other issues, and we don't hide those issues. I've talked about them. I've went on Shamrock Pixie, and I will drop her link. That is,
She's got some amazing, wonderful videos regarding mental health, and they are definitely worth a watch.
And she had me on last week, and she and I both sat there and discussed our mental illnesses. Hers is different than mine. I get quiet when I'm reading. I'm sorry, you guys.
I know. That's awesome, Justoserv. That is so awesome. It does make a difference. It makes a huge difference. It shows in and out when you walk with the Lord every day. People can see that.
And we're not preaching. We're not preaching at anybody. We're telling what God has done with us. And I don't go to church. Traci goes to mass every Sunday. But it was so weird because I had not went to church in a long time because, number one, it hurts to stand and sit. But of all things, I went to church one night, and the next morning
was the first time in a long time I went back to mass, and I've been going every Sunday since. Oh, good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you.
And I've got to tell the new people, in here. Pat, we have a lot of new people. God blessed us with the 400. The next day, He blessed us with the 500. And it said a growth of 182 in the last 28, in less than 28 days. That's God. That wasn't me. You can network all day long and try to throw out like you're casting for fish. You could do that all week.
Mm-hmm.
Only God can move a channel from you doing your 300 not even a month ago, then to do your 400 giveaway, then the next day the 500.
Thanks for stopping in, Big Dog. See you later.
And anybody, show Big Dog some love too, because he's trying to get to a goal. And everybody's got a goal, and show some love. But Pat, you guys, Pat's in Singapore, and it is always her bedtime, and she'll say she's leaving, but then she'll say something else, and it's God used me and Traci, and it's like my friend Robbie said he said he was sick, but he had it on, and when he heard Traci singing, then he had to get back up. I said, cut your TV off, shut your phone.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, CO. So sometimes marriages are not meant to last. Sometimes they weren't, I don't want to say, they weren't what God really had intended for you, but maybe He had intended for you to have the experience of that marriage so that when you meet your real soulmate, you appreciate it that much more. I mean, look at Darlene. She had a previous marriage, and now she's with Kevin, who is the love of her life and will always be the love of her life.
And it's so weird. And I tell people, if I had not been married to the first person, I would not have appreciated Kevin. And I loved his family. It was like I was married to my first husband's family. I loved all of them. So I didn't mourn losing him. No. I mourned losing a sister-in-law that I loved with all my heart. And yeah, Misty, to meet people and, not leave the house. And Pat, him and his wife, she'll bring him coffee and she'll stick her head in sometimes. She knits or crochets. I never know the difference, but she does the head wraps like I had on yesterday, and she does those. But she's already got a couple people she's doing for. We just got to think of the money part, because I would really love to buy some of her head wraps like I had on yesterday. That stayed on. You guys, my husband does come in the kitchen. He said, "What you got on your head?" I said, "This is my, I don't know what you call it. You could call it a turban for all you want, but I like it." And look, I asked Casey, I said, "Casey, does that really look okay for me to wear?" He said, "Yeah, Mama, that looks good on you." And I got it from that huge box that I got from Donatella.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that was one of her favorite pieces. And I love it. It just makes me feel better. And then it sparkles. Somebody said it sparkles because
it does. It has that little sparkle thing on it. And when you move, you can see the sparkles. That's cute.
They said I look like a flapper. A flapper girl.
Yeah, that's what they said when you first put it on. It's cute on you. And like up here, I need stuff like that. It keeps Pat warm. There you go. Pat needs it. That's what keeps Pat on his wheel.
Who said that? Oh,
of course. Who said that?
but I don't know. I guess, I had this headband that I wore forever, the little bow, and that was my daughter's, and I wore it forever. And well, for 6 months almost, when I started, putting on my clothes and, doing something. And I can't find that anywhere. And I felt kind of weird. And Traci knows I'd be fussing with my hair on camera and I would be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pat, Dwayne's something else. Darlene is too. And then Myra is too. They could get a little thing going and it's like, oh, you guys are not right.
I bet it is, Mystic. Sometimes it's a good thing that family can see all this stuff, and sometimes it's probably not such a good thing that if they get, I don't know, our family, I mean, we all, I'm sure everybody, I am certainly by no means alone in this. We all have issues, just like YouTube has their little issues between some communities and themselves. Families get those same things where there's some issues between family, and it's a sad thing to see, and it's something that really personally you need to try to mend if it's between family, because they are your family. But it happens. It does happen. We don't always agree on everything.
And sometimes you have to love them from afar because of the fact that you're not in.
There's our Shamrock Pixie.
Hello.
All you new people, the Shamrock Pixie.
Pat done fell off the wheel.
Oh, that is my destiny. I tell people that she adopted me, and I'm glad and I'm happy. And then that's why I call the bargain effect my SIL. So yes, I mean, and Mystic, you saying that is what Kevin told me. He said, "I'm your family."
Mm-hmm.
He said, I should be the only family that matters.
That's how I feel about Ryan, especially when things get crazy within our families. I'm like so thankful that I have such a supportive and wonderful husband that is always there for me, no matter what.
Yeah, and Tommy is, that's how Destiny and Tommy, they're new. They haven't been together as long, but she says that Kevin reminds her of Tommy.
Oh, yes. Yesterday when we were behind the scenes after we ended the live, he was in there giving her a hard time, and it just reminded me so much of Tommy. I was like, yep, they're too much alike.
You mean you didn't start that chili yet?
And I told him, I said, baby, you said a cuss word. And he was like, well, I was just kidding.
My husband does the same thing sometimes. I'm like, hey, I know you work in like a factory warehouse setting and people have bad language, but come on now, you're better than that. You don't have to use that language.
But I was like, okay. But the chili turned out great. The cornbread with the cheesy cornbread, I forgot buttermilk.
Uh-huh.
It poofs out. So Casey said, Kevin did. He said, oh, so it's a souffle? I didn't even know he knew what a souffle was, but anyway, up and out and into and I did not turn on the cleaner last night to self-clean the oven, but it just poofed out everywhere. And what I did was I ate the crusty parts, and you don't have to.
You are better than that too, Dwayne.
But yeah, it's spiritual hero. I'm gonna just call you my superhero. It is about boundaries, and there's times that you have to. If somebody hurts you time and time again, and my sister in Florida kept trying to tell me, you don't have to take it. And I just I would. And so what we say now, Casey will say, sometimes you gotta love people from afar.
Yep.
So that's my son Casey. And so yeah, sometimes you do. And just like our family on here, this is a family. The Porch Church Network, I'm gonna throw that link out. We've been doing that. My son started it a year ago. And there's been people that have come and gone. And there's been people that came, they left, they come back. And you know how exciting it is for me when we're sitting in there and Casey's reading and we're talking and I see somebody that has been gone for a little while, I get excited. It doesn't matter why they left, or none of that matters. It's a family member coming back. Even before I started doing this 6 months ago, the Porch Church Network was a family, and Dwayne remembers I sat there one morning and I just broke out crying. And
I'm waiting for Mr. Pickles to start hearing the change in your tone. I have the sound down just a little bit.
But, I just started crying. That's Destiny. That's fine. I was trying to type. Look, you guys. So, and Dwayne was hurt because I was hurting. And he wanted to know, what was wrong. And it was because, somebody left and I was new to the whole YouTube thing. And my heart was squeezed so bad. And, they came back. They circle back around. They know that we are the same. So when they circle back around, we were just glad they were, came back. And, your family, and that's the way it is with us. That's the way it is.
Absolutely.
It won't let me thumbs up.
It's been acting weird because I'll give somebody a thumbs up, and then if I click on something else and look back over, the thumbs up's gone, and I'm like, what?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
So I did thumbs it up. I just don't know why it's not showing up. It keeps kicking it off.
Yeah, it's YouTube's doing that.
I thumbs it up first thing in the morning when I start to come on, and then when I went back over there, it wasn't blue, so I just did it again. That's weird.
So I'm wondering if YouTube is doing updates again.
It must be.
Because I noticed it last night, but I just thought it was me being overly tired. And I see that it's still doing it this morning. So they could be doing more updates. I know they have that new thing coming into play to protect children as of the first of the year. So they might be starting to get that all situated because there are so many YouTubers. So
good morning, Justin and Christina. Good morning to you. Good morning, Justin and Christina. Good morning to you.
Yeah, the subs they're taking away too. And where did they go?
Yeah, like I would the one day I've been subbed to Derek forever.
Yeah.
And then one day I went to watch a video and it showed that I wasn't subscribed. I'm like, what in the world? So I just resubscribed and re-rang the bell and made sure I went and I watched another one of his videos, a different one, and commented on that so that hopefully that would make that stick.
Well, they put Robbie, no thumbs for you. But they put Robbie and somebody else in my spam comment. And I'm like, what? Maybe because, Robbie likes to do raids, but he has a legitimate channel that he has. Yeah.
Did you see that he shared his album that he did?
Yes.
Oh, that was amazing. Sorry. Squirrel moment. But yeah, just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, that was really good.
And then I shared last night, Hazy Days. I saw that he had in the notification thing, I saw where he was playing his guitar, and I'm like, ooh, let me hear what song he's got. You guys, it's one, I think his dad, something about his dad. And I put it on Facebook, you guys. So it's on my page. You guys, that was he's from Wales. That was such a moving song. And he writes his own songs, you guys. And he sits there with his guitar and he plays his own music. And he is so talented. And that's, another group of people that I met.
Superheroes, thank you. We appreciate you. I could not stay up till after midnight, so I'm very, very thankful that you did.
I did not get to Australia. Thank you.
Much love, our new friend.
Yes, thank you. You guys, I'm going to have to start making those little pins to stick in my
in your world atlas.
Yes. You guys check each other out. Spiritual Superheroes Coaching. He said he has spina bifida, but that does not keep him down. You guys, you go watch. I know, Traci. Me and Traci.
I really don't. I'm lucky if I can stay up until 9.
Yeah.
I get up really early. I do get up when Rank gets up for work at 4:30 so that I can talk to him for a few minutes before he leaves for work. So I do get up early, but
yeah, and then go back and watch more stuff. Justin and Christina's RV van life. You guys, I live vicariously through.
Heck yeah. I do through all those RVing ones because they go so many really cool places and they show cool stuff that I'm not going to get to in my lifetime probably.
And it's positive. It's positive. But
and
now
that's what Tommy and I want to do is travel in an RV. Eventually. We have to wait till the kids are older, but
I try to be positive, but I did have I call it my snotty crying rant that I left up. And
that was very justified.
Yeah.
You have to admit that to yourself.
And I it wasn't until later that somebody told me that they had their husband watch it, and it really touched his heart, and that her husband sat there and cried with me. So there was a reason. And then I found out that surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, is not a nice man. That he is not a nice doctor, but he's probably a great surgeon. But I had 2 people in my rheumatologist office said, "Oh, yeah, he's not a nice man."
Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ricardo. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Ricardo.
Dwayne, I have driven through Utah years and years and years ago. Like, I don't even want to admit, like probably close to 35, pushing 40 years ago when I was in college. My aunt and I went out to San Diego to see my sister, and we drove all the way across country and back.
You guys, Ricardo, you and I were on two different pages. When I saw this morning, when I pulled up my computer and you asked me, was I awake? And I told you, yeah, what's up? And I still didn't get to see your response. Then I looked at the time. It was late last night. And I thought you was up early this morning. But, you know, that's another thing, you guys. Hey.
Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning to you. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning to you.
You know, Ricardo, he knows that he can message me. And Dwayne sends me like the hamster running on the hamster. That's where I got the thing at, you guys.
Poor Pat. He was falling off the wheel yesterday.
You guys, it's not in that little thing because I shared with Christian Womanhood. Really, I'm the one running wild. It's you guys just hanging on for dear life. It's not that I'm hanging on. That wasn't me that's hanging on the little thing. That's me running wild, and you guys are hanging on. But yeah,
I'll still be hanging on forever. It doesn't matter.
You know, what better way? Bring in Monday morning, which is usually so. I'm going to tell you guys, there was, I come across an article that said about heart attacks, and I was in the doctor's office, and I was reading this thing about heart and heart failure and heart attacks. It said Sunday nights and Monday mornings are the highest rates of heart attacks.
I can believe that.
It said it's because of stress. Stress from having to think of, you've got to go to work the next morning. If you're in a stressful job that you hate. And then that Monday morning because of stress building up.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. You know, I've been there. But you know what? I got to see one of my work friends that she was brought over yesterday by a girl that me and Casey took and put on the bus so she could get away from here and get her life back on track. But she brought my friend, and my friend just cried. We hugged each other, and I said the highlight of my morning, the highlight, as soon as I would get in and log in, oh my gosh, you had to be real fast because you had to log in on the computer instead of the time card. And I would walk over to see if I had any calls, if I had anything on my schedule first thing at 5:30 in the morning. If I didn't, I would walk over to this friend that visited me yesterday. And our kids grew up together. They were in all through school together.
Mm-hmm.
And, I told her, I miss talking to her every morning. We would talk about, her and her husband. We would talk about our kids. And what happened, Denise? Somebody else was kicked out yesterday. Nobody would have kicked Denise out. YouTube is acting
a little wonky.
Yeah, or Denise, somebody could have been adding you. Somebody could have been subbing to you. If you click on somebody's name, there's so many things that pops up. You can accidentally block them. You can accidentally kick them out. So somebody could have clicked on your name to add you to.
Didn't that happen yesterday too? During the live with the 500?
Yes, it did happen.
It's been happening. I've noticed it on other people's lives that they've got kicked out.
Yeah, people say, "Hey, who kicked me out?"
Yeah. So
yeah, yesterday it was somebody was calling somebody a jerk, but we don't know. Nobody intentionally kicked him out that we were aware of, so it just happens. And that was the first time Denise said that it happened to her.
Yeah,
I've been timed out. I was timed out on one of Joy Be the Difference when I was on one of her videos and I was making some comments and stuff, and then it said it timed me out. I don't know, for whatever reason.
If you are not blue and you type too much at a time,
then it times you out.
Type, and you type a little bit, hit send, type a little bit, hit send. It will time you out. YouTube will time you out.
Probably what happened.
But because you're a mod, and I'm pretty sure you're a mod in Joy's channel.
I think I am now, but I may not have been at the time when that happened.
Girl, for you, I wouldn't have known who Joy was. You guys, it's been a while back, and I had never even went to Joy's channel yet. And I mean, I went and I subscribed to her and saw that she done a nightly show, but I had not been able to make it to go in because she's a little bit later. And Traci kept telling me, Joy shouted you out last night. I said, what? She said, yeah. Oh, Dwayne said MawMaw's doing it with him. MawMaw loves Dwayne. MawMaw, if you were here, MawMaw would give you that big old hug. She would. Mm-hmm. Not like Tom. She is Tommy. Dwayne, I'm sorry. MawMaw,
she just,
Tommy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's got that crushing thing going with Tommy.
And let me tell you, there are days I want to break him to her.
But yeah, Traci told me Joy was shouting me out last night. And I'm like, my goodness, really? What in the world could I be doing that she would, be shouting me out? Well, then I got to meet Joy, and I really enjoyed ED. I enjoyed her show, and one Saturday, you guys, I spent all day with her because she was at I always say it wrong, comic
conference.
No, where they were doing the in New York. They were doing the bringing in the new season. It's not Orange is the New Black, but it's the other one on Netflix. But it's in another country. I can't think right now. But anyway, it's a big deal. All the people were there. And, so I just hung out with her. Pete should bring people by. Come here, meet Norgus. All right. Come here. You're live on YouTube. And, should bring people over. And I type hello at them. And, Keegan was working that day. And so I hung out with her. I hung out and had a good time. And when people wouldn't be coming through, the crowds wouldn't. Me and her just chit chat. So, Comic Con. Thank you. I always get it wrong. Oh,
I say the wrong thing too when it comes to that. I get them all sorts of confused. I don't feel bad.
Wentworth. That's what it is on Netflix. Wentworth, and it's anyway. The cast from Wentworth was there, so it was a big thing. But they were upstairs, and the vendors were downstairs. So anyway, I hung with her.
Good morning, BDZ the Clan. Good morning to you. Good morning, BDZ the Clan. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
That's a tongue twister. Good morning.
Yeah.
You guys, this weekend, I've met so many people, and you guys, it's like this. If somebody hits me in one of these large channels and I go in and if it's full of stuff that I'm like, whoa, I don't know. But you guys, I will add you guys. I will watch your videos. If it's something that touches my heart and makes me feel good, like traveling, or I shared a video where somebody done the horses and they were showing their photography and it was so soothing. Or one person that had their, I guess, what do you call them, GoPros that you can put them on you somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was riding his dirt bike full speed. And I mean, it was like I was riding with them over the hills and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, that's amazing. So BDZ, I did check out your video and I enjoyed it. There's another one out there, and Ricardo may have come across them, but they are something surviving Tennessee, but they survived something because they have surviving, and they have the number 5 in their name because they have there's 5 of them. And
cool.
Destiny, you need to check them out. I'll send you their link because they're homeschooling.
Okay.
And they want to show the homeschooling. So they have 3 children, and then it's the 2 of them. So they're 5 in Tennessee. And so that's how much I check their channel out, you see. So it's not, YouTube's trying to end sub for sub. But no, get to know the people.
That's exactly it. Go to their channel, watch some videos, make some comments, give them a thumbs up.
Yes. And people say, do you want 1,000? If God wants 1,000 people on here, there will be 1,000. If God can move to go from 400 to 500, or 300 to 500 in 28 days, then God can do what in his time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said I want it to be personalized.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Justin and Christina, right. Friends last, numbers don't. You're right. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So true.
And that's what we're more interested in, having friends and people we can talk with and chat with and have coffee with than just a number. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
But there is so much love and support, and you guys just don't realize. We do pour a lot out to you guys.
What is this one?
Big dollars.
Good morning, Big Dollars. Good morning to you. Good morning, Big Dollars. Good morning to you.
And just to let you guys know, some of you new ones, I was on Dave's channel this morning. I saw he was live, and he's so silly. And so anybody that added me, I let them know after this morning, I will go back and check out videos. Because he would tell people, that's Norgasar, you guys. And he just gave me, he's the one that I went on his, Destiny, I did. I jumped in there on his live Saturday night, and he was, and you guys, he was singing that song, all right, there goes the hamster. I Can Only Imagine.
Oh, I love that song.
And I didn't even ask him to sing that. he was up there and there's like disco lights going. If you guys go back to his from Friday night, and let me put his in case he had to jump off and go to work. You guys, if you go to his Saturday night live, it was so silly and I enjoyed it. And I did jump in there. I had my PJs. I was just chilling in bed. Destiny and them knows that. I done jumped in there so many times. But he was he started just singing these songs that just touched and moved my heart. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I kept telling him, you're going to make me cry. And I was singing right there with him, and I had my headphones on. Kevin was watching the football. No, he watches football. Yes, football games. And so, good and well, when you got headphones on, you can't sing anyway. You can't stay in. But I was singing right there with him. And he said, I know I'm making a fool out of myself. And I told him, no, you go on and sing. Because Kevin has always sang to me without music. You guys, when music comes from your heart and comes up and out, it's the message. It's the message that people are getting. Me and my sister, when my dad died, my sister wasn't welcomed to my own dad's funeral, but hey, my middle sister, she was there. She was there. And I stuck close to my sister.
And I think that's ridiculous when people behave like that. I mean, who bans family members from a funeral? I mean, that just shows the type of person that they are when they do something like that.
So we're going to get up and sing.
I think she froze.
If you don't stop putting me from the internet.
Uh-oh.
I hope you guys are still there.
Kit Kat.
Stop.
We're going to have very
in my back.
Kitty this morning, huh?
Was that Kit Kat?
No.
You're back.
Bailey.
No, you're frozen. Bailey did it?
Yes.
Oh, naughty Bailey.
If you unhook my power supply, because my computer is it's getting there. If you unplug the power cord, it just doesn't want to do right. And she's got to unplug that power cord twice. Now she knows she's in trouble. Anyway, my sister said, we're going to get up and sing. I said, what? I said, Sandra, you can't sing. She said, I'm going to sing today. And you're going to sing with me. I said, Sandra. So my cousin, we always, bless her heart, every funeral we get my cousin to do. And it started all with my dad asking her, telling her. He said, Michelle, this is what I want you to sing at my funeral. And I want you to do my funeral, preach my funeral. And that was years before he hadn't even had his stroke. And so anyway, when he died, when she started singing a church song, my sister grabbed my hand and we stood up and we sung. And I know my mother was so upset that my sister stood up and sung over my dad. And what was sad afterward, when everybody usually goes back to like the home, what was sad, everybody stayed outside, and I noticed nobody hardly went inside. And it's sad that people know you so well, but yet they find comfort from other family members. So,
that's sad, Perlini. It is hard. I saw my dad like within the week before he passed, but he was in Wisconsin and I was in Michigan, and we were over there for several days and then had to come home, and then he passed after we came home, and that was very hard on me. I do understand, but I at least had that chance to see him, and it felt different. My dad had been sick for many years, and it felt different that time. So we all, my brother and my sisters that were over there together, we kind of knew something was different, and so we had our chance to say our goodbyes to him then, and we were very lucky for that.
yeah.
I don't mean to be rude. I gotta jump out.
Yeah.
Tommy's stream's gonna start here in a few minutes for their new show. So much love, everybody. Thank you for having me. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Much love. You know we always love you, Destiny.
I love you ladies too. Bye, everybody.
Casey, we do 11, don't we?
Thanks, Dwayne. Yeah. Dwayne said we're all invited to his funeral. Thanks. But I hope that you outlive me. Just saying.
You know, I tell people, and I try not to be on like a negative, but there might be somebody out there that needs to know they're not alone. When my dad was, Denise was on a cruise when her mom passed. The puppy's back there checking on MawMaw. Okay. But you know, I had to listen to a lot. I had to sit and be the good daughter while my dad was bedridden for several years. I was only able to go in and speak to him for a minute, and then I'd have to sit with my mom, and it would be negative. But I had to listen to it. I had to be that way, or else I wouldn't have got to see my dad. And I was there when my dad took his last breath. So, you know, all the years that I had to hear, some negative stuff, I did it so I could be there with my dad. Yeah, Leticia, you have to, it's hurtful not to be able to talk to some of your family. But see, I've lost half mine. My brothers are gone, my dad's gone.
Yeah.
And that's great loss to me. So you have to think, like my husband said, I'm your family. And that's what you have to go on. And, you know, MawMaw and Casey, the 4 of us in this house, that's our MawMaw, don't start making her bark. You guys, just 1 minute. I ain't even gonna mute, because this is our life. MawMaw, I heard you growling at her. I'm gonna have to shut the door because I don't want her to start barking. I'm live. No, I got the gate done. But we're live.
That's good, Denise, that you did have a good day with her and made your peace.
Hey,
and let her know how much you loved her. I had, when my husband, his family is not real expressive with their love. My family is, his family is not. And I made sure that I said to him when his mom was getting really bad, that I said, you need to tell your mom that you love her, because you guys never say those things, and you need to, just for your own self, you need to tell your mom you love her. And he did. And I'm glad. I think he's glad now that he did take that couple of minutes to tell her that he really did love her and appreciate her, for, because she was his only parent. His dad passed when she was pregnant for him. So she was his only parent. So when she passed, that was very difficult on him. That was the only parent he ever had.
Could you guys hear me talking to MawMaw?
Yeah.
I told her she better behave, because I've been telling people stuff to her. She if Dwayne, if you're still in here, I put MawMaw in the corner.
Good for you.
She said, "Don't shut the door. I'll quit."
She's so funny.
I mean, I didn't even mute, because this is just our life, you guys. You guys are truly see the way the home is. I'm glad you guys can't see what I'm looking at right now, because it's a mess. It is a mess.
Darlene B said you better throw her some Cheetos.
I got to go to the store today, and I know that's going to be on the list, you know. And we're going to have
Dwayne, she's joining you. Now you can sit on MawMaw's lap in the corner.
MawMaw will be sitting on his. But, but bless her, you guys.
She's a sweet lady. She just wasn't thinking. She was just playing with the dog.
You made me choke. You guys, I don't know if anybody knows who the winners was. Dwayne, bless him, my love. He tried to cheat. I wouldn't let him cheat. But the number 77, that was our new friend Matt. And he won, and Raven won. Raven won the 400. And then
Dwayne's trying to say he won them both.
Then praise the Lord. I mean, sure enough, what God told me, step out on faith, and I did. And the next day, very next day, I got to do a 500 giveaway. And I still have the mail won't run today, so I have to mail out the hat to the winner.
Leticia, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry. You got to do what you got to do.
I love you, Leticia. And if anybody is not subscribed to Leticia, she does jewelry auctions. You guys, a sweet, quiet spoken person. You guys check out Leticia. But I think most of us already know. If you don't, just, check her out. Like I said, she is just a sweet, soft-spoken woman. Very nice. But, yeah, I have to get the envelope. I thought we had an envelope here to mail out. Landshark Picker, he won. And he said he was going to win.
Yeah, he did.
He said, I'm number one, like in the chat. And then he was number one, leaving a comment on that certain one. And then he was the first one on that day. And he said, I'm going to win. Oh my gosh, you guys, it shocked me. I had to
And when Casey did that random picker and it popped up, it was like, woo!
And I was so excited. And I'm like, what? No. And I done got up, and for me to run, be that fast. And I looked for myself, because I can't see well sometimes. And I looked for myself. I said, no, he didn't. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I've got something special, and Traci has seen it, and I had to get the okay from other people that it looks special for me to send him. And I got the okay from everybody. They say it's good. So I have to mail that out today. And Raven hadn't got back with me. So I got to get in touch, find how to get in touch with Raven.
Everybody tell Raven she can just say Raven and her address, and she doesn't have to tell her real name, because MawMaw's been going on trying to find Raven's real name forever. She doesn't. Darlene can send a package to Raven at the address. It should be fine.
And if she doesn't see it, I already know people that have her address, and I'll fix something. She might not, some people be like, no, just keep it. I'm just happy that I was there. But I am also excited that Matt won, and Matt wants me to do a jar. And what he's going to do is he's going to practice with that jar to figure out what will be the best lighting effects, and he's going to share with me how to do things. And that's wonderful and great, because
that's going to be cool.
My prayer jars come from my heart. But Sandi wants me to do up some jars to auction on her channel. So that, I'll do that. But on here, this is not the platform for me to sell anything. This is the platform for me to do my God jars and be happy that I can touch somebody's life.
Good morning to 4Speed. Good morning to you. Good morning to 4Speed. Good morning to you. Ooh, that sounded a little bit crazy at the end.
Hey, better than what I do. 4Speed, I thank you for coming, and I appreciate the times that you and your brother both have done it. So I have gotten you two confused before, but the way StreamYard works, in case some people, they don't stream, you set up StreamYard first. Then you have to go into, you don't have to go into YouTube to change anything, but I go into YouTube and then choose my what I'm going to use as a thumbnail, put in, all of the links for everybody. I do that. And, one time I was just blown away that by the time I set it up, then got back to, pulled up YouTube under my stuff, there was a message. It's happened twice. I think one time 4Speed, one time 5Speed. That, let me know I love you ladies, or leaving comments on this channel that you ladies touch my life, and that's what God wants us to do.
Exactly. That's exactly what God purposes us to be on here for in the morning, is to touch some people that need to be touched and hear the word of God.
And I'll tell you another thing. When this channel has just jumped up there, because there were times, and I've told Traci and I've admitted it to people, I would say there's times that in the morning, or I would get anxiety the night before, that hearing that little niggling, well, what's the purpose? What's your, that's nothing. But guess what? I haven't felt like that recently, because God is saying you have a purpose. And when Traci told me, what her purpose is, to be here and us together touch people.
Exactly. That's why I sing my silly song, because if it puts a smile on one person's face each morning, then I've done the job I set out to do.
And, when you told me, like, what was it yesterday, you said, that God let you know that your purpose was to sing. Mm-hmm. And so he's used things that we normally wouldn't believe that we would have ever done.
Mm-hmm.
You guys,
right? Because I know I'm not the best singer in the world. Believe me, people, I do know that. But I do go around, and my husband says this, that he has noticed since I've been doing this singing on this show that I sing a lot more later in the day. I have always been kind of a silly person, and I would like sing things to my kids and just sing, like dinner is ready, come and get it, just silly little things. And I've always done that. And my husband said he notices that is coming back more now that I've been doing this. And that's something that I lost for several years with my disability and being home by myself.
and
so it's been a good thing.
And our stories are so much the same. Because one day I was trying to remember a song, and it hit me. Wait, why can't I remember that song? I've been singing that song out of my sister's songbook since I was 9 years old. Oh my goodness. Lord, where has my music gone? Because I would sing my kids to sleep, and they love my singing. I would sing my kids to sleep. I would sing them awake. The Rise and Shine song, but my kids always loved it, especially my stepdaughter. That is one of the things that she told my son-in-law was there was a song, it would always make her cry, that she would always get me to sing, and that's How Far Is Heaven. I don't know if any of you have ever heard it. It's a Loretta Lynn song. It's one of her gospel songs, and it's How Far Is Heaven. And it's a little girl, the mama's telling her that her dad has gone to heaven. So when I would sing that one, my stepdaughter would cry because she was kept away from her daddy for so long, and then she come to live with us and for a while. So, that's the song. And she is, let me see, 30, 34, 37. Yeah, she's 37. And she still will ask me to sing that song sometimes to her. So I lost my music, you guys. But when Casey started the Porch Church Network, little by little, you guys, the song in my heart rose up again.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. Denise made hers up. And I would rock my granddaughter when my daughter was working. Her and the baby's daddy was working. I don't mean to say it like baby daddy, but my granddaughter's daddy, when they were working, and I would hurt so bad, but I kept her. But I would rock her in that rocking chair that has gone through many generations. That rocking chair is from the 18 something.
Mm-hmm.
And I would sing You Are My Sunshine, and I would rock her, and I would sing, and I would say, Please don't take my Adriana away. And I would sing that, you guys. And that is one of the songs that Kimmy would leave on my message sometimes in the movie, because she knows I love it when she sung that song to me with the little doll thing, the animation. But she left it one morning, and I just cried because my Abriana was taken away. But look, God works things for his purpose. And somebody did comment on the one about my granddaughter, seeing her picture, and it made me tear up on live stream.
That's so sweet, Denise.
Well, Casey still loves to hear me. But you guys, I'll be in here singing as loud as I can, and not even thinking that Kevin or anybody hears me. And he has told me, I love that. I said, what? Hearing you in there in the kitchen singing. I said, sometimes I don't know I do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, oh, was I? But yeah, my granddaughter, I can call her anytime.
But you actually just think about the situation worked out that with the situation between you and your daughter right now, you actually are probably seeing Abriana more than you would have if she wouldn't have went with her dad.
Yeah. Because
And she's safe.
And my daughter, maybe she knows I have a channel. So if she's watching, my daughter had a very, very bad experience with not only her gastric, but then with her gallbladder. When she basically, they said she died on the table. We don't know how long she was out, but you don't lose 6 units of blood. And Destiny that's kind of Destiny's exploded. But the doctor cut into her aorta.
Mm-hmm.
And it did something to where my daughter was afraid to go to sleep, afraid she wouldn't wake up. So it did something.
Mm-hmm.
She heard you.
Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you.
MawMaw.
You can make her bark. That puppy, when he says that if we're in the bed, she gets to barking and he calls it biting fleas. And I say it looks like she's eating corn. Should just go up his arm. Oh, she's standing at the door, bathroom door, doing this. But no, it really caused some issues. You know, it really caused some issues. So she's not in.
She has. I'm sure she has PTSD from that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a scary situation. You don't just die and come back from that and not have some lasting effect.
Hey, Cheryl.
Good morning, Triple C. Good morning to you. Good morning, Triple C. Good morning to you.
So, you know, I understand. There's some things that I didn't understand, but, you know, God is letting me, he's opening back up the part of my heart first that he had to. Sometimes when you're hurting over something, your heart's hurting for so long, God will not really harden your heart.
Good morning to Ron. Good morning to you. Good morning to Ron. Good morning to you.
My daughter, right now, she's estranged from me right now, and she's 34. She's, you know, she's grown. But God sometimes, he's hardening your heart. I call it, sometimes he'll put a salve over your heart to where it's not breaking, because you can't have your heart break day after day after day and function.
Right.
And that is what was happening to me. I would come on here, show the love, and you guys showed me so much love too that I was able to get through it. But then when I would turn it off, my heart would just pour out, and I'd hurt again.
We're talking about Darlene's daughter. She died on the operating table and came back. They were able to bring her back. And that is definitely a traumatic situation for everybody involved.
Oh, it was for me. I was there with her by myself. And we were like, it's an hour and a half from the house where we were. And there I was. It's so strange, CC. She calls her BFF is Denise, and she calls her Niecy. My cousin that just had a birthday yesterday, I think it was, her name is Denise, and I call her Niecy. That's so funny. But yeah, I'm the one that would take her back and forth after her gastric, back and forth all that way. Bless her heart. And we would have to stop, and she'd have to dry heave because she had had her gastric and there was nothing there. And then they finally said, well, we'll take out your gallbladder. And they did, and he cut her aorta, and she bled out. And so that was another week I was, in the hospital with her. And Ron, I am so glad you joined. But yes, heart healing. But sometimes when God will tell you, you've got to step back. You can't do it, only I can. So I have been pushed back from my my two children twice. And it's been within the past few months. Well, in the past few months, me and my son are alike. He does the Porch Church Network. And Robbie said when he first come across it, he was like, we talk back and forth with each other. And he said that's what brought him to stay and listen to what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But my daughter is a little bit different. But still, there was one day that God just said no. When I prayed over my son, it was like, no, he's my son. And then with my daughter, I had my hands on her praying for her at church. I had my shoulder surgery in February, March. It was in May. And I haven't seen her since May. But, God physically, it felt like a push away from her. And God was letting me know, you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to do it. So when we left church, she and I don't think she got that breakthrough that God was wanting to do, but we have free will. So what I did, I drove. I didn't come straight to the house. I drove to that place I talked about on the river to sit there. And I told her, I said, I want to let you know, God says, I can't do it for you. I said, baby, you've got to do the change yourself. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard because when you have kids, you fix their boo-boos when they're little.
Absolutely.
You can't fix them when they're grown. You can stand beside them.
Mm-hmm.
You can encourage. You can stand beside them.
You can be their cheerleader. You can support.
And sometimes if they walk away from you because you can't fix them or you can't keep, I don't know what the word is. They use a word now where if you keep doing the same thing,
Enabling. Mm-hmm.
And tough love is another term. And like my sister said, tough love is tough on the person giving the tough love.
I think it's tougher, right? I think it's tougher on the person giving tough love than it is on the person receiving it.
Yeah, it is. And so I love her. I love all three of my kids. I love my grandkids. I have 4. And 2 of them I really don't get to see. One lives here. But hey, he's a senior. And my grandson just started high school. And I have a granddaughter named Kevin. The oldest granddaughter, oh my goodness, she's 20 something. And then my daughter Tiffany, she's got 2. And that's they're 10 years apart. And well, no, let me see. Yeah. She'll turn 5 and he's 15.
Hey, Mom.
So I'm blessed to have what I have. And I'm sorry. The cat and the dog was fighting and knocked that over. And then Bailey has unhooked me twice from the internet.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Love you, Keevan.
Love y'all too.
But yeah, you guys, these animals have been on it today.
Mm-hmm.
They have been on it today. But yeah, for all you new people, that this is what we do. This is what we do in the mornings. We Mondays. All right, Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays is art therapy, and I'm hoping we have the family from Tennessee, Traci, to join and watch.
Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. I love you, Casey.
I love you. Good morning, everyone.
And for everyone, that is my son that I put the link in earlier that does Porch Church Network. And you still have what we're doing today? You still have the message that you're doing today? Good. Yeah, we go from here to my son's room, and that's when I break.
We got to take a little break in between.
I'll say, all right, now we're going to church. Don't you jump on his back. The cat likes to jump on people's back and sit on their shoulder, and she is a fat cat. She's a fat cat. Casey, we have had a lot.
Good morning, Camper Life. Good morning to you. Good morning, Camper Life. Good morning to you.
I'm not singing. Okay, yay. It has started off wonderful. It has. It has started off wonderful and full of energy, and that makes me think of Joy Unspeakable. Remember that song, Traci?
Mm-hmm.
It is joy unspeakable and full of glory. Yeah, that song just popped in my head.
Unspeakable and full of glory, full of glory, full of glory.
It's joy unspeakable and full of glory, has never yet been told. We break out in songs sometimes, you guys. Traci sings everybody in, but every now and then, I got so excited one time on Porch Church. Let me take a sip of my coffee. It was like revival week, was it not, son? It was revival week. I done just broke out in This Little Light of Mine. I done sung loud and proud, This Little Light of Mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. And that's what we are, you know.
I gotta get some coffee.
Somebody said, you know, we're light, me and Traci. So then that's what we're going to do. This little light of ours, we can let it shine. God is blessing. And hey, you know, God's blessing me. He's blessing this household. And how can you not be overjoyed? And do I get sad? Do I get depressed? And does the devil jump on my back? Yes, he does. Because, you know, for everything that we do for Christ, there's the darkness that tries to tear it down.
Absolutely.
It happened with Traci and I, you know, I'll just say recently, and my husband brought it to my attention. And he said, have you seen? And I'm like, no. And, you know, I saw an attack on my Traci, and I'm like, Traci? Why in the world? Traci is the sweetest and lovingest, and how in the world can anybody? But it happens, you guys. It
does. It's the devil.
The girl that come by here yesterday, when we were talking about how we grew up and it was a lot of life, and I was sitting there, telling her what's happened with me. Kit, stop freaking me out. I swear these animals see things that I don't see, but that's okay. If it's something if it's
friendly, it's okay.
Well, if it's something bad, you know what? The light and darkness can't be in the same place at the same time.
True. Very true.
But my friend and I were talking yesterday, and we would go from tears to laughter and back to tears. And she said, "Darlene, I remember you in school, and you always had a big heart." And I told her, "Thank you," because I had a very rough time, and so when I feel like I'm being pushed back down, to feel hurt, to feel like, what am I doing with my life? What really purpose do I have? Because I can't work and I hurt. You know what God said? He says, nope. And I told Traci, I think, was it Friday, Traci? I told you after we were off, or before you got on, I said, Traci, I feel like something big is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I said, God's about to just do something. He's going to blow it up, and it's going to be a ride. And she said, I'll be
hanging on.
She said, I will be your cheerleader. I said, no, you're not my cheerleader. We are in this together. And and that's why I put that banner. It had to be Thursday, because then I put the banner Friday, Cheerleaders for Christ, in big pink. And at that ended up touching somebody. It come across the channel. So see, that's why I'm saying God puts things in order. Some people could have said, well, that don't sound right, but that reached out and hit somebody.
Yep.
That banner made somebody say, wait a minute, because we do try to find a video to watch. And that one jumped out, and that's what they commented on. And, they pretty much said that so cool. And so we are cheerleaders together. And if I can get up, and there's sometimes at Traci, it was a long week for both of us. And one day Traci even told me, because we were on a long time, Traci finally leaned down because she was hurting so bad. She had to move. Mm-hmm. And she sees the hurt on my face. I know when the hurt on her face. And she said, Darlene, you need to close it down because you're hurting. And just about the time I was going to close it down, Traci come off, and then it blew up with people, and Destinie was Destinie was here and stayed on. Yeah. And that had to be Thursday, because it was whatever day that I ended up got that injection in my back. Speaking of which, I go this week. I go this week.
For the actual facet injection this week? Yay.
I do.
I go to the PA tomorrow late in the afternoon, and hopefully she'll get me scheduled for an injection after that.
So, you guys check out Superhero. I mean, when I went over there, and you never know when it's somebody says superheroes, religious super. I forget what's his name. What does he go by?
I don't know if I wrote down the whole thing. Spiritual superhero something.
So when you hear spiritual superhero, you never know what you're going to find. You never know if it's going to be something poking fun but his mission statement is that he has a story to tell, and it's a positive story. And I listened to some of it, and I'm like, man, I'm going to come back and listen to some more. And of all things, he was on this morning, and he's from Australia. He stayed up, he said, so he could be on.
Spiritual superheroes coaching is what it is.
So he stayed on. He said he stayed awake because he wanted to catch us live. And from Australia, that I can't say that. My tongue.
It's awesome, though. It's awesome that we can touch people all over the world just having coffee and having a chat.
And sending out the light and the joy that we feel in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can't let the devil stop you from what he wants you to do. And it's amazing. And when you guys hear that little tone, it's Facebook showing me, somebody posted, and I was touched with Mystique. She was at work, but she took the time, to reach out and say, I'm at work, and, show her love and her support, even though she, just had to do a little quick thing on Facebook, but it popped up, and I'm glad it did.
Exactly.
And Mystique is Mystic's wife, and, I love them. I love them like they are family members, and I will go in his chat and I will tell him, I love you, and that's what you do, share the love.
That's what God wants us to do, love one another.
Yes, and I mean, when I go to my Kroger store, I have one that I get my hugs from, and I get real good hugs, not just that, oh, hey, no, she gives me those good hugs. And then, I share some love with another one. And then one, if she ain't got nobody that she in her aisle, she'll hurry up and come around. And you guys, she pats me on my butt. That is her love pat. She just gives me a quick pop, just if the football players can do it, ain't nothing wrong with
that. Is nothing wrong with us doing it, right? We got a new good morning, Sonia. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you. Darlene, you go do what you got to do before church. That's totally fine.
You guys, Darlene B is she's got goats and she has to do it all herself. Sonia, you come in at a strange time, because you probably think, wait a minute, what does this somebody getting a pat on the butt got to do with Christian womanhood? She's my friend from I met at Kroger store. You shared love, and then she just snuck up on me one day, and now that's what she does. I remember when I asked about her husband one time, and she said, my husband passed. I said, I thought he was doing okay. And she said, no. And she took not long back from a woman's Christian retreat weekend, had a what you said?
I think she meant to say a ball.
Yeah. You always, when you come back from those, feel
so recharged.
Oh, yes. But she showed me that she took her husband's ring, and she had the jeweler put a cross in that ring, and she wears that around her neck. So most people won't know what that necklace stands for she wears, but I know. You were going to be put in the corner, MawMaw.
Good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you. Good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you. I love you, MawMaw.
I love you too. Good morning, everybody. Oh, Sonia, I tell you what, when you're trying to type fast sometimes,
we all make, yeah, that's not.
And then some people have auto correct, and then it'll put them saying all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, MawMaw Denise said, MawMaw, she loves you, and I'm going to put MawMaw's link in here. MawMaw is my mother-in-law, and she said the old hag.
No, she's not an old hag. She's a beautiful woman.
Hey, we could sing a song, not hag, but the old gray mare. What is that? The old gray?
Just ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be. The old gray mare just ain't what she used to be. I don't remember the rest.
Oh, but yeah. So you guys, Fran, also known as MawMaw, Xshydovex. I'm gonna tell you guys. Everybody will say, "Hey, MawMaw," and people will be like, "Wait, I don't see anybody's name as MawMaw in here." But when she goes into a lot of the places, it's just MawMaw. So Sonia, mental health and homesteading. See, I love all of the homesteading, and you know, I've told some people, they would say, "Well, how did you grow? How did you get from here to there? What did you stretch out, you expand?" And Traci's like me. I think I can speak Traci too. We don't have a job because we're disabled. And I hate saying we're disabled because people don't look at us here like we are. But, and people that do jewelry auctions, that's their livelihood. That's their money.
Some of the resellers, that is their livelihood. Good morning, the one. Good morning to you. Good morning, the one. Good morning to you.
Yay! But their livelihood is sales.
Right.
The reselling community, which jewelry people, there's kind of a difference. The other people, they're having to buy auction, try to go buy these. When they have the auction of the storage units, and they're having to do that kind of stuff. Then I met them, but I started, looking at other people, other channels, and I met some good people that live about 2 hours from me, South Alabama. And oh my goodness, they are some very good people. And I tell them one day I want to ride down there. And if their gate's locked, I'm going to just have to, I have to get my husband to get on Facebook or something and say, "Hey, knock, 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 we're at your gate." I've met people that, yes, would I want to go ride 2 hours to meet them? Heck yeah, because there's a kinship. I would never want to, gain the world
and lose yourself.
And lose, like Kay said, lose my soul or lose myself. What profit a man? So if God's using me and Traci to connect with souls, with love back and forth, what good is it to chase after a number like 1,000, just chase after that and not connect when you guys come in?
Not take a minute and sing and welcome you here and let you know we're glad you came, because we are glad for every single person that stops by.
Was I excited at 400? It was because not for me or the channel. It was because God was telling me, stop second guessing yourself. The day I couldn't be on this past week, Traci did it. And that's why Traci, you guys need to go to Traci's channel. She has content. She does speak from her heart. And she does, if I can't be here, she does it. So everybody needs to have her channel linked as well as mine.
So if you come on Norgus's channel one morning and there's no show, check on mine, and I may just be on, just singing and chatting.
She's going to be the same Traci there as she is here, spreading the word. And, you know, the same traffic that comes here would need to just go on over there. And, you know, since I spoke out, because I told Casey, I said, I don't know how to put this. He said, Mom, just be bold and say what you got to say. I said, Casey, I feel like God's fixing to do something. And I feel like it's going to just explode. You know, and I gave a number to my husband just out of the blue. You know, I said, I just feel like it's going to be 500, you know? And he said, well, baby, I believe you. It's what my husband said. I believe you. And I stepped out on faith Saturday. See?
Exactly, Sonia. Exactly.
Sonia, my son kept being woke up, he said. He's from Porch Church Network. He kept saying that he was woke up over and over and over at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he said he had a discussion on the back deck between him and God. And then he started us reading the Bible. Hey, we read all the way through. I've never done it. I'm 55. I've never read the Bible from front to back. We did that journey, and we're starting over again. But this time, it's going to be slower. He's, you know, it's going to be different. He's going to just take it to where more questions can be asked. And so, yeah, Sonia, that God will nag. God will tell you what you need to do and what you have to offer. So it was amazing to do the 400. And then I just had that feeling, and I spoke out. You know, I said, I got to speak out and be bold. And I said, okay, I didn't get the 5 tonight, but I feel like I'm going to wake up to 500, you guys. And when I did the 500 giveaway yesterday. So, you know, 100 go from 4 to 5 or 3 to 500 in the last 28 days. That's not me, because you pretty much can't do that on your own. That is, there you go. I'm going to sit right here, Mama. That's not something you can, that's not to me something that you can jump that much on your own. It's got to be in God's time and what He wants to show. So when people ask me, how did you do that? I didn't. God did. Do I go and meet? Oh, my friend Joy. I was speaking your name out, Joy.
Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Take it away, Darlene.
Joy to the world. all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the great deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. My joy. She's my joy.
I don't get 2 songs.
Yeah, you did. We sang the old gray mare. Just ain't what she used to be.
We said the old gray mare just
Just ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be.
Gee, thanks a lot.
You know I love you, Mama. You know I do.
Hey, Bailey. EC, you cannot make her make that sound now. Kid, get to higher ground. You get to higher ground. How you
On the wings of a snow white dove.
Oh, yeah.
Joy. Oh, Joy said, hi, Xshydovex. Hey, Joy. Denise, Joy, I did a 300, then a 400, and a 500 giveaway. God has shown out. God has shown out, shown up and shown out. And it's amazing. But you guys, if you go back a week ago, you can see the same Traci and Norgus. Is that not true?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dwayne done said, MawMaw. Dwayne did.
We got a yes from Joy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You know, and you give the credit to who the credit's due. But I also, before we go, because it's 10:44 and Porch Church Network is next, and Traci has to go.
She got to feed my nicotine habit.
But I will put out I'm going to put these out, and especially you guys, Barefoot Adventures. It was so funny. He did. Let me see. I meant for your obedience and courage. Sometimes it only takes one person, and you have done more than a church could ever do. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you. Barefoot Adventures. He did. I guess somebody told him to do it, but he did a. No, Barefoot Adventures. You guys, he done put on a pink tutu.
Oh, my God.
And his wife videotaped him doing a belly flop in the pool. And it must have been cold wherever they were because he was freezing. But it was good, clean fun, and it was funny. It was real funny that he did that. You know, good, clean fun. Saturday night, let me see. I had some raids from these people. I want to shout them out. Because they jumped over, and you know what? When they jumped over, we had people stay.
Mm-hmm.
We had people.
And people have come back from those raids.
Yeah. Because one day we wasn't rated, and we had 300 people. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So these channels, and now Super Dave, he will talk to you. He will sing to you. He is a real, he's real, and touched my heart because of some of the songs he sung and did not even know Saturday night. Didn't even know that those were some of my favorite songs. But it is almost 10 till, and I got to put my brats up. My brat.
Yeah.
And MawMaw. No,
you're not in the corner, MawMaw. We love you.
The puppy gets spooked because MawMaw has to wear the mask because of COPD.
Mm-hmm.
The puppy will go check on her. So as MawMaw gets to waking up, the puppy will go check on her. But it's freaked out about the mask. Then MawMaw, I heard her. So they heard. I don't even mute.
Good, clean fun.
I didn't even mute.
Mm-hmm.
See, Denise, I mean, I don't even know how many, because you see you're trying to catch up. So that's amazing, because that means that we have new faces.
Exactly.
And you guys, I'm going to put the link. If you guys want to jump on over at 11, I'll stay.
Yeah, put up the Porch Church.
Yes. I'll put it back up. This is what started. This is what God started. And this right here, a year ago, started the Porch Church Network. And I wouldn't be sitting here. I would never have met Traci and everybody else that's in this link. I would not have met any of you guys if God had not put on my son and nagged him until he finally said, okay, God, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Because I stayed in the dark for 3 years. And that's what I call it. I stayed in my room. I'd go outside in the zero gravity chair because I hurt. I'd watch TV. I was non-productive. I would write in my I would write in my journals. God, what? God, please help me. I feel, what am I doing? I have no, all these things for 3 years I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
And then one morning, thank you, Jennifer. Then one morning, my son comes outside and I have my Bible out there and I'm writing, I'm looking through stuff and I'm writing in my prayer journal. And my son walks up to me and just looks down. He said, Mom, have you ever read the Bible from front to back? I said, no. I mean, I wish I had, but I haven't. And he said, well, would you be willing to do that with me? I said, yes, yes. We started on the porch, and, that's why Porch Church Network. We started out there. He said, Mom, if you don't quit asking questions and looking things up, we ain't never getting out of Genesis. We ain't getting out of the creation, Mom. That's why I didn't know so much was about the creation. So that's what he told me. Then he had his best friend, his bougie bear, which is April. And now what's her bougie camping life? Or
No, it's something, the bus.
The bougie bus? I call it that. She started, but he did FaceTime Live. He propped it up on the table on the front porch. I'm in my zero gravity. There's April. We could see April. We're reading the Bible, and then her boyfriend got involved in it. Life on Bougie's bus.
There you go.
Yeah, so he got involved, and then he said, I'm going to put it on YouTube, Mama. And I said, son, do you think that's a good idea? I was thinking of people being ugly, coming in with ugliness against him. But no, God has blessed it, because he blessed it. And then, like Casey said, Mom, you are the Porch Church. So this is the women's Christian womanhood from the Porch Church Network. I guess that's what you say.
Mm-hmm.
So how many churches out there, you guys? I don't even know my son's numbers. I always say I want the Porch Church Network to have more numbers than me. So if you guys are good Christian people, I would love to invite you over and, listen to what goes on today if you still feel up to it. But, and Traci's. But how many churches, you guys, have a growth of 300 to 500 because that's what God has blessed?
Mm-hmm.
And I am a product of the Porch Church Network. So, Traci, 8 minutes. I have 8 minutes to do what I got to do.
Yeah, I got to go do my thing.
If you guys want to jump off and raid the Porch Church Network, it's up yet, ain't it, bub? I'm sure it is.
Hop on in. Hop into the chat.
There it is. I will do it one more time, and you guys, because sometimes notifications ain't working right either. So you might not even be sub to them where you've been sub to them for a darn year. So you guys jump on over. I hope to see you there. We're in Genesis, but I'm not sure what the message that he's got today, because he don't always tell me. Because you know what? God moves with him in a separate way. So anyway, I'm shutting down.
Okie dokie.
Love you guys.
Love you all.